What was that day like when you read that Neil Armstrong becomes the first person to step on the moon? One small step for me, one giant step for the mankind.
One small step for man, but a giant leap for
mankind.
Yes.
Yeah. One small step for man, but a giant leap for mankind.
Yes.
Did you remember reading that headline?
I read about it. You see, our time it was July 21st, 1969.
8 years later.
No. The mission was 80 years later. But for the certain time zones in the world, it was July 20th. But ours was early in the morning of July 21st.
Okay.
And at that time, there was no TV.
No, only radio.
No video. I was following it on the radio. And I remember I rushed to my mom's room and dad's room and said, look, this has happened. It was quite exciting. The first man on the moon. And I never realized that when Neil Armstrong put his footstep on the moon, that I would meet him years later.
Yeah, tell me about that.
That I didn't realize it at all. Because I met both the first and the second and the last.
Okay, first is Neil Armstrong, second is Eldrin Arjun.
Yes, you're right.
If I'm not wrong.
You're right.
I'm right, thank you.
Third
one I do not
sir.
remember. Third one I do not remember.
Michael Collins, he died recently. He died. All three. Aldrin is alive.
Okay. How was the meet like? Where did you meet them?
Who? Neil.
Yes.
Neil Armstrong, October 25th.
You remember the date specifically?
I remember the day very well, 1969. Wow. I was again back to that very spot, almost the very spot where I waved to
Yuri
Gagarin with my mom. But this was a Sunday afternoon, okay? Sweltering Sunday Bombay afternoon. On Sundays, bro, I don't come out at all of my house. But for Neil Armstrong, if I had said no, then something must be wrong with me.
This guy is the first person
Man
to
on the
step
moon,
on
and
the
you're
moon.
supposed to be a space, this thing.
Yes.
I walked up from my house. At that time, the US consulate was just across. Even now it is there. Walked up. And to my surprise, the massive crowd here from Breach Candy, this, that, Mahalakshmi temple, that circle, that Cadbury Junction, the circle, that's where I was standing. Okay. Said, man standing next to me was Raja Ramanna, the man with the atomic bomb, with carrying his daughter. He was standing with the crowd. And after some time, the convoy came. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins, waving to the crowd. I waved to them. I was both, of course, Neil Armstrong I waved, fine. Buzz Aldrin I waved, fine. But what really impacted me was the man, Raja Ramanna, the first man to make India a nuclear weapon country, standing next to me, also waving. He could have easily gone to TIFR that night. There was a reception for Neil Armstrong that night there. But he didn't go there immediately. He stood on the road